Oh, who's that daddy in the suit? I did not get excited because he was a daddy. I just pointed out that there was a daddy. Excuse you. Hi guys, I just want to take a second to thank all my patrons here who have donated to me. No matter how much they've donated to me, it really means a lot to me. And if you guys want, you can check out my Patreon and help support me continue to make yaoi videos. Thanks guys. Finally, I wave goodbye to Troy and step outside, letting out a long yawn. Time to walk home. Man, I'm tired. Oh, random person? Same spot tomorrow? Of course, don't you trust me? What are we overhearing? Bits and pieces of conversation float from a nearby alleyway. Yeah, make sure you bring all the stuff. Oops, why do I keep hitting this? My curiosity immediately spikes. Are they talking about a drug deal or something? Next to my diner? Right in front of my salad? I press myself against the wall, straining to hear more of the conversation. Maybe I can catch one of these guys and teach them a lesson or two. I won't have some dopeheads putting Troy or their customers in danger. Or if I listen in, I can call the police at just the right time. Are these footsteps? They must be heading this way. Naturally, payment up front though. I mean, wait, this is somebody else. Naturally, payment up front though. You wouldn't want your number one supplier to switch sides, would you? Huh. One of the two men talking lets out a scornful laugh. The footsteps grow closer. I step back into the shadows, crouching down just out of sight. Oh, who's this? Ooh, look at him. Ooh, he's kind of nice looking. A moment later, a couple of tall figures emerge from the alley. One of them stands in the shadows. I can't get a good look at his face, but something about him creeps me out. The other one with that fancy suit and slick hair, he must be a businessman. I like him already. Look at him, he's so sexy and suave looking. Is this the darkened guy talking? You'd better keep your end of the deal, Isaac. You turn your back on Helgen and you'll be real fucking sorry. Spitting out those words mistrustfully, the shadowy figure stalks off down the street. I'll be sorry, huh? The one left standing behind, Isaac, mutters those words under his breath with a dark smile. Even though he looks like a man more at home in an office than an alleyway, he doesn't seem one bit afraid. I reflexively hold my breath, watching his elegant form loom on this sidewalk, wondering what he'll do next. You can come out now. I don't bite unless you'd like me to, of course. Isaac turns to look directly at me, as if he can see right through the darkness to where I'm hiding. However, the beckoning gesture he makes doesn't seem threatening, so I reluctantly rise to my feet. It looks like he's about to remove his vest. Oh my god, maybe he'll strip right here for us? How did he see me? It's nearly pitch black in this spot. There's a good boy. Is there a reason you were cowering in the corner? You weren't trying to eavesdrop, I hope. His eyes, which look like molten gold covered contacts, I'm sure study me questioningly. You're making a deal next to my diner? I'd like to know what happens around here. You're making a deal next to my diner? This guy's no thug. He's just some suit trying to act intimidating. There's no reason to be afraid of him, so I might as well just tell the truth. You see this place here? It's where I work. If some kind of shady deal is going on nearby, of course I'm gonna want to hear about it. In response to my confrontational tone, Isaac raises one eyebrow. Oh, so you're just looking out for number one, Cute. I would too if I were you. The hint of slyness that creeps into his tone almost sounds like... No, I'm definitely misreading him. Why would a fancy businessman flirt with someone like me? Come on, don't be shy, let him flirt with you. Don't make it sound so egotistical, I have friends to look out for too. Uh-huh, I'm sure. With an unconvinced chuckle, Isaac saunters towards me, stopping only when he enters too close territory. Well, if he's trying to make me back down, too bad. No way I'll cower away from some fancy guy like him, even if he's taller than me. I have a little pride at least. I mean, I have a little pride left. Isaac bends down to peer into my face, close enough for me to see every detail of my reflection in his glasses. There's a sweet smell around him, some kind of cologne or shampoo, and it blocks out the stench from the dumpster nearby. Tell me, what's your name? I'm Isaac, as you probably heard from the scary skinhead back there. Was he a skinhead? I didn't even realize. He drops his voice to a whisper, and his gaze sparkles at me expectantly. It's nut slut. I know it's sort of an odd name, but that's what my parents had in mind for me when I was born, so there's just nothing I can do about it. Do you guys think this name might have been a mistake, or are you guys digging it? What do you guys think about this name? I don't know what I think about it. I'm already starting to feel a little bit of regret. Nice to meet you, Isaac. You seem like a real upstanding guy. I mutter a reply dripping with sarcasm, to which Isaac just gives me a coy wink. Something like that. Well, listen, nut slut. If you want my advice... Yeah, this might have been a mistake. You should stay away from this place tomorrow night. I'm not saying you'll get hurt, but... there might be some friendly conflicts going on. He seems oddly thrilled by the prospects of conflicts, and a gleeful light shines in his eyes. Of course, if you're looking for excitement, then I won't stop you from coming by. Who knows? Isaac pauses, his lips curling into a smirk. You might even see a friend of yours there. Or maybe customer is a better word. A shiver courses down my spine at his teasing murmur. He's talking as if he knows something about me, but I've never seen his face before in my life. What are you trying to say? Someone I know is going to be part of this friendly conflict? Maybe. You can't say for sure unless you show up. Am I right? Assuming your self-preservation instincts aren't too strong, that is. I know he's trying to provoke me, but that doesn't stop anger from rising up in my chest, even though I try my hardest to stay calm. He probably thinks his money makes him some kind of king. What a class act. I'll come if they're using you as target practice. I'll come if it's safe. I think he wants us to get rough with him. I think he wants us to be... I don't think he wants us to be, gentle. He wants us to be rough with him. I'll stop by if there's a chance he'll get hit in the crossfire. That fancy suit isn't bulletproof, is it? Wow, I caught a feisty one. He lets out a low wolf whistle, eyes going wide in mock surprise. I'm flattered that you're so worried about me. Though I'd be more concerned for yourself. Someone with a pretty face like the one you have can catch the attention of some bad types. Bad types like who? My pulse starts to race faster as I question Isaac, who only just throws me an evasive shrug. Some people who walk the street this time of night aren't always friendly, nut slut. His eyes flick away from me for a moment, and a sudden cold, dangerous edge enters his voice. There are lots of predators out there, stalkers who just love to have a taste of someone like you. When his gaze returns to mine, a chill runs through my whole body. Isaac reaches out towards my face, tracing the back of his hand lightly along my cheek, all while a cruel smile crawls over his lips. And if you're not careful, you might end up with a bite taken out of you, caught in the jaws of a hungry wolf. His whisper drops so low that his words are barely audible, and I have to lean in a little to catch them. You'd be safer if you stuck with me, your valiant Van Helsing, although my prices aren't cheap. Isaac's finger traced along my neck, all the way to my lips where he teases one digit around the corner of my mouth. I can't look away. I'm yawning so much. I can't look away from his hypnotic golden eyes, which swirl in a way that makes my mind feel like it's melting. My body refuses to move. Even as Isaac presses closer, I can't do anything but hold my breath, staring up into that beautiful gaze. Oh, another person? Isaac! Isaac, what are you doing? When a cry rings through the air, Isaac abruptly pulls away from me, throwing a glance over his shoulder. Hurry up, we need to get going! The voice calls out again, sounding oddly familiar, but it's too dark to see who it belongs to. What the hell happened a second ago? I can barely remember what Isaac was just saying. Always with the bad timing. Oh well. Exhaling a reluctant sigh, Isaac turns away. But he pauses to give me a parting Cheshire cat grin. Make sure you show up tomorrow. I'll make it worth your while, don't worry. Huh? Wait! By the time I recover my senses, Isaac's already striding off towards the figure in the distance. The two of them disappear around a corner before long, swallowed up by the darkness. Ugh, my head hurts like hell. I don't know what Isaac did, but I've got something I got in some kind of awful migraine now. Maybe it's from his cologne. Christ, why do I keep meeting all of these weirdos? This is too much crap for one night. Maybe Troy slipped some kind of acid into my burger earlier. Yeah, that's gotta be the only explanation here. The explanation is that you're on an acid trip? Does Troy do that often? Shaking my head, I shiver and start hurrying home, keeping an eye out for any of the bad types Isaac mentioned. Luckily, I don't see anyone else on the way back, except for the occasional stray cat or homeless guy on a bench. I don't think I've ever been so relieved to step into my cold apartment, which feels like some kind of holy sanctuary right now. No creeps or huffy brats, just the comfort of my creaky bed and the flickering light from my old TV. Everything will be back to normal tomorrow. Yeah, today was just a fluke. I try to comfort myself with those words as I throw off everything except my briefs, then flop onto the bedsheets with an exhausted groan. Normally I wouldn't complain about running into a bunch of good-looking guys, but there was something off about all of them. I can't put my finger on it, but I have a bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Like I accidentally peered into some kind of world I wasn't supposed to see. Well, it doesn't matter. Tomorrow will be the same old. I hope. Oh, we haven't even met this red-haired guy yet. Is this our anime opening? Don't accept anyone else's bite, only mine. Isn't that a tempting agreement? Oh, I don't even know what voice to give him. Oh, who's that daddy in the suit? My voice is comforting? Aww, thank you. Yoshi voice for Rex? I don't even know who Rex is. Was Rex the red hair one? I did not get excited because he was a daddy. I just pointed out that there was a daddy. Excuse you. Son. Son. Fuck off. Oh, what a shitty looking apartment. Ew. Look at this place. Looks disgusting. I bury my face against the pillow to hide from the sunlight. Damn, it must already be afternoon. Stupid graveyard shift makes it so hard to catch a decent amount of rest, unless you sleep underground or somewhere away from a window. Maybe I should invest in a coffin. More style points than a sleeping mask, that's for sure. Groaning, I eventually force myself out of bed and stumble over to the kitchen to put on some coffee. Work doesn't start for a while yet, so I can do a little freelancing today. I'm only working at the diner to save up some money on this side anyway. My real passion is writing, music, art. I guess I could be an artist. Alright, let's be an artist. Ever since I was a little kid, there was always a bunch of fantastical creatures and places I wanted to draw. I've gotten good enough to make some money from commissions now and then, but there's so many great artists out there who are better than me. I'm doing my best to improve, hoping that eventually people will say I recognize that artist, rather than what weird anatomy. Anyway, I have some time to spare, so I plopped down in my office chair with a coffee mug in hand. But the moment I stare at my computer screen, I suddenly remember what happened last night. Back on that dark street. You might even see a friend of yours there. Or maybe a customer is a better word. Isaac was acting like he knew something about me, or someone I know, even though that should be impossible. There was something unnerving about what he said afterwards, but I can't really remember his words. It's all fuzzy. I'm starting to think that it's not some random drug deal going down tonight. A smart man would keep his distance, but if I don't figure out what Isaac meant, it's going to drive me crazy. That sleazeball in his suit is up to something, that's for sure. Hi, G, Voka. That sleaze... I already said that. I put my head down on my desk and rub my eyes with one hand. I guess there's no helping it, huh? I'll have to see for myself what'll happen tonight. Distracted by my own thoughts, I spend the rest of the time until my shift half-heartedly working on a new project. After what feels like forever, it finally gets dark and I head out to start my shift. But during my walks, I can't help but feel a lot more nervous than normal. Troy left this morning for a business trip, so I'm the only one who's working tonight. And if anything happens, I'll have to deal with it entirely on my own. Great. Yeah, who's this guy? These just random background characters? They look ugly. The dinner seems unusually quiet even for the night shift. Only a couple of people end up stumbling in over the course of a few hours, and midnight ticks over into the early morning. I grow more and more tense until I can't take it anymore. Time to close up early. Sorry, Troy. Grabbing my keys, I flick off all the lights and leave the diner, locking up behind me. He can't just leave early. How can he do that? Isn't he gonna get fired? They look ugly. Oh my god. Then I make my way to the nearby alley where Isaac comes from last night. Isaac didn't look ugly. What are you talking about? Yeah, I was playing straight earlier, but, yeah. We played it for a little while, but, you know. Now we're playing this. But it's empty. No gangsters, no men in suits. Just a deserted hangout for rats and abandoned garbage cans. Maybe I missed the meeting, although I should have heard gunfire if there was any. We're just already assuming there must have been gunfire. I guess they might not be here yet, but I don't really want to wait around in this creepy place for very long, especially not alone. I should probably just head home. That's the sensible thing to do. Yeah. After a few more seconds of deliberation, I turned back towards the alleyway entrance. I'm not sure why I feel so disappointed. Gotcha. Who's this? Out of nowhere, someone grabs my shoulders. A second late, straight is boring? Straight wasn't boring. What are you talking about? Straight was wild. A second later, my back slams against the wall and a pair of strong arms pin me in place. Oh, okay, this is... okay, I'm not sure how to voice him. I mean, I don't even know how to do the Yoshi voice. I don't even know how to do that. I mean, I don't know. I don't even remember what it is. Hey, hey, hey. You're not one of those dumbass Seirei guys. You're human. Two wide, puzzled eyes scan over my face like I'm some kind of mutant. A human? Of course I'm human. Deep daddy voice? Yoshi didn't have a deep daddy voice, though. What else could I be? I don't understand. I break off halfway through my sentence, staring at my attackers. This red-haired guy has a tattoo on his face and is wearing a distinctive leather jacket. Rexy is sexy? I don't know. Isaac was a lot hotter, so... Could he be the person that man from last night was talking about? Whoa, why are you getting all mad, man? You're just not the guy I was looking for. He flashes me a wide, taunting grin. My eyes are drawn to the shape of his canines, which look just like an animal's. Long, sharp, and bone white. You know, you smell pretty nice. What, are you, if you turn over and you see red hair, are you falling asleep again, Sam? Oh my god. Kinda special, actually. Real sweet. He leans in a bit, leering at me with those sharp fangs. They have to be some kind of body mod, right? I'm pretty hungry too. Haven't eaten all night, and you're looking so much better every second. Shit, if I don't do something, this creep will really take a bite out of me. Try to push him off, reason with him. I'm gonna push him off. I'm not trying to get for this guy. Get off, you, ugh! I throw every ounce of my strength into pushing the man away, but he doesn't seem the least bit impressed. Instead, he just presses me harder against the wall, twisting his lips into a mockingly hurt expression. Hey, don't be like that, baby. I just want to play with you. Let me have a little taste. Come on. He coos at me, starting to lean in closer again, and a sense of dread grips me like a vice. I shut my eyes, tightly holding my breath. This is it. I'm going to get torn apart by some psycho in an alleyway. His ragged breathing grows steadily louder, and I can feel each exhale brushing against my throat. All of a sudden, the pressure pinning me to the wall vanishes. Torn apart. Oh, Sam. We definitely just got torn apart. Right here in this alleyway. We're a nut slut. When I open my eyes, I realize the man's no longer there. No, he's still here, but now... You... Oh, what's going on? With a loud grunt, a familiar man in a dark jacket swings his fist towards my attacker. Has he come to save us? Were we in need of saving? Fucking Dominic. I knew you were out here. The redhead lets out a gleeful laugh as he dodges the punch, moving at an incredible speed. A second later, he aims a lightning-fast blow of his own towards the other man, Dominic. Oh shit, it's a fight, guys. Are they fighting for us? Are they fighting to see who gets to have their first go at the nut slut? I mean, don't worry, boys. Like, everyone has a chance to have a go at the nut slut. With an unchanging expression, Dominic smoothly sidesteps. The next moment, his hand shoots out to swipe at his opponent's face. Oh my god. Gah. I hear the sound of something sharp cutting flesh. And a moment later, blood starts to drip from the redhead's cheek. Dom, you're really mad. Wow. What, Dom? That's how you shorten his name to? That doesn't sound right. Rather than counterattacking, the tattooed man pauses, wiping off the blood on his sleeve. But before my very eyes, the claw-like gashes on his skin start to repair themselves, until they disappear completely, leaving him uninjured. Am I going crazy? There's no way any human could do something like that. No, this has to be a bad dream. Just a bad, shitty dream. Don't tell me you're worked up because of this guy. Seriously, you want to drain him that bad? Oh my god, why do I keep hitting this button? Enough. Don't bring him into this. Dominic's eyes narrow into slits as he stares at the man in the leather jacket, who's laughing as if he just heard the best joke on earth. Wow, in that case, I'm gonna get my hands on him first. Because I wanna see you get your way. Because I wanna see you get way. Way madder, Dom. Rather abruptly, the tattooed man's face freezes and his grin fades into a frigid, bloodthirsty expression. I want to see you suffer. Until you stop thinking of us as a fucking joke. Just like that, he charges Dominic again, recklessly swinging frantic punches. This time, though, he seems to be moving even faster than before, and his strikes are full of rage. The assault is so powerful that Dominic retreats a little, losing a few feet of ground to the other man who's clearly fueled by fury. They dodge and swipe at each other so quickly that my eyes can hardly follow their movements. Their speed is completely inhuman, and the more I watch them, the more my blood runs cold. Is it possible that they're really not human? When my mind flashes back to the redhead's sharp fangs, my stomach tightens and a shiver racks my body. Come here, Dom. I'm not gonna let you run away this time. With a menacing howl, the tattooed man leaps up, pushing himself off the wall to launch forwards towards Dominic. Wait, no, I didn't do it. I should have done that a lot lower. When he doesn't manage to dodge in time, their bodies collide and they tumble to the ground. At this rate, one of them's going to end up torn open. I was the one who's supposed to be getting torn open. Why is it them? If I try to do something, they might turn on me, but can I really just stand here? Can I save during choices? Alright. Stop them, that's what I have to choose. I would choose that, but like, I think I'm gonna end the stream here for today. I'm sort of tired and hungry. And yeah. So, thank you all for watching the stream. Had a lot of fun. Thank you, everybody. Love you.